Your brain is literally rewiring itself right now. And if you're someone who constantly blames others for your problems, I need to tell you something that might save your life. The damage happening inside your head is real, it's measurable, and it might already be too late to reverse it. Neuroscientists have discovered something terrifying. Every time you blame someone else, your brain creates new neural pathways that make it easier to blame again. It's like carving a canyon in your mind. The more water flows through it, the deeper it gets. Eventually, you can't stop the flow even if you want to. Here's what nobody tells you. When you blame others, your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational thinking and self-control, actually shrinks. Yes, shrinks. Meanwhile, your amygdala, the fear and anger center, grows larger and more reactive. You're literally becoming a different person at the neurological level. Think about the last time something went wrong in your life. Did you immediately look for someone to blame? Your boss, your partner, your parents, the economy? That instant reaction isn't just a bad habit. It's your brain following a deeply carved neural pathway that gets stronger every single time you use it. Let me give you a real example. I knew a guy named Marcus. Smart, talented, had everything going for him. But nothing was ever his fault. Didn't get the promotion? His manager had it out for him. Relationship failed? His girlfriend was too demanding. Business went under? The market wasn't ready for his genius. 20 years later, Marcus is still stuck in the same patterns, wondering why success keeps slipping through his fingers. The science behind this is absolutely fascinating and horrifying at the same time. When you take responsibility for your actions, your brain releases dopamine and activates reward centers. You feel empowered. You feel in control. But when you blame others, you get a different chemical cocktail. You get a temporary relief from guilt, sure, but you also train your brain to seek external solutions to internal problems. Researchers at Stanford University conducted a groundbreaking study. They found that people who habitually blame others show decreased activity in the anterior cingulate cortex. This is the part of your brain that helps you recognize mistakes and learn from them. Without it functioning properly, you become trapped in an endless loop of repeating the same errors while expecting different results. Here's where it gets even more disturbing. Chronic blamers develop what psychologists call learned helplessness. Your brain literally learns that you have no control over your life. When you constantly attribute your failures to external factors, you're teaching yourself that effort doesn't matter. That trying is pointless. That you're just a victim of circumstances beyond your control. The impact on your relationships is catastrophic. Every time you blame your partner for an argument, you're destroying trust. Every time you blame your colleagues for a project failure, you're isolating yourself. Your brain starts to see other people as obstacles rather than allies. You become impossible to work with, impossible to love, impossible to help. But wait, there's more to this neurological nightmare. Blaming others creates a stress response in your body. Your cortisol levels spike. Your heart rate increases. Your immune system weakens. Studies show that chronic blamers have higher rates of cardiovascular disease, depression, and anxiety disorders. You're not just damaging your mind. You're destroying your body too. Let's talk about what happens to your career when you can't stop blaming others. Employers and colleagues can spot a blamer from a mile away. You become known as someone who never takes ownership. Someone who always has an excuse. Someone who can't be trusted with responsibility. Your professional growth stops dead in its tracks because nobody wants to promote someone who will throw them under the bus at the first sign of trouble. The financial consequences are staggering. When you blame the economy, your boss, or bad luck for your financial situation, you never develop the skills needed to build wealth. You don't learn to budget because it's not your fault you're broke. You don't invest because the system is rigged against you. You don't start that business because nobody would support you anyway. Decades pass and you're still in the same financial position, still blaming everyone but yourself. Now here's the part that should terrify you. This pattern doesn't just affect you. It spreads to everyone around you. Your children watch you blame others and learn to do the same. Your friends adopt your victim mentality. You create an entire ecosystem of people who refuse to take responsibility. You're not just ruining your own life. You're poisoning everyone you care about. The good news is that your brain has something called neuroplasticity. It can change. It can heal. But only if you make a conscious decision to stop the blame cycle right now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right this second. Here's how you start reversing the damage. The next time something goes wrong, force yourself to ask one question. What could I have done differently? Not what could they have done. Not what should have happened. What could you have done? This simple question activates different neural pathways. It engages your problem-solving abilities. It puts you back in the driver's seat of your own life. Start small. Maybe you're late to a meeting because of traffic. Instead of blaming the traffic, ask yourself if you could have left earlier. Maybe a project at work failed. Instead of blaming your team, ask yourself if you communicated the vision clearly enough. These tiny shifts in thinking are like physical therapy for your brain. Each one strengthens the neural pathways of personal responsibility. Keep a responsibility journal. Every day, write down 3 things that didn't go as planned. Then write down your role in each situation. Not to beat yourself up. Not to wallow in guilt. But to train your brain to see your own agency in your life's outcomes. This practice literally rewires your neural networks over time. The transformation won't happen overnight. Your brain has spent years, maybe decades, building those blame pathways. They're like superhighways in your mind. Building new responsibility pathways is like creating dirt roads at first. They're bumpy. They're uncomfortable. Your brain will resist because the old pathways are easier. But every time you choose responsibility over blame, those new roads get a little wider, a little smoother. I've seen people completely transform their lives with this shift. Sarah was a middle manager who blamed her team for everything. Her career was stagnant. Her relationships were toxic. Then she started taking radical responsibility. Within 2 years, she was promoted to director. Her team actually wanted to work with her. Her marriage improved. Her health got better. All because she stopped blaming and started owning. The research is crystal clear. People who take responsibility for their lives are happier, healthier, and more successful. They have better relationships. They make more money. They live longer. They report higher life satisfaction. Not because bad things don't happen to them, but because they don't waste energy blaming when things go wrong. Here's the brutal truth. If you're still blaming others for your problems, you've already lost. You've given away your power. You've surrendered control of your destiny to people who don't care about you. You've trapped yourself in a prison where the walls are made of excuses and the bars are made of blame. But you can escape, starting right now. The key is in your hands. It's always been in your hands. You just couldn't see it because you were too busy pointing fingers at everyone else. Take that energy you've been using to blame and redirect it toward solutions. Toward growth. Toward taking one small step forward instead of looking backward for someone to fault. Your brain is waiting. It's ready to change. It wants to change. Neural pathways of responsibility are ready to form. Connections that will make you stronger, smarter, and more capable are just waiting for you to activate them. But only you can make that choice. Nobody can do it for you. And ironically, that's exactly the point. The moment you stop blaming others is the moment your life begins. Real success, real happiness, real peace of mind, they all start with 2 words. My responsibility. Say them. Mean them. Live them. Your future self will thank you for making this choice today.